Hello friends, today I am going to explain about the cGMP, that is current good manufacturing practice. This topic will come under the chapter 3 of modern pharmaceutics, first semester, M pharmacy. What is cGMP? cGMP is defined as it is a part of quality assurance which ensures that products are consistently produced and controlled to the quality standard appropriate for the intended use and legal requirements. Okay. Before you knowing this cGMP, first of all you have to know about the GMP. Okay, these things are not mentioned here. I'll explain by myself. GMP. First, GMP was introduced by the US FDA in 1948. I think 1948 only they introduced this GMP. That is a good manufacturing practice. Okay, this good manufacturing practices is for developing the culture or developing the practices for manufacturing the products. Okay, mainly in the pharmaceutical industry they start in 1948 by the US FDA, and after that this GMP was start in other industry also. Okay, this GMP mainly works on the humans. Okay, this will justify the work of the this personnel's and its department. Okay, if you are from this quality assurance department, then you have to review the documents. You have to review this every document, okay, for the quality management. Okay, if you are from the quality control department, you have to analyze the raw materials and finished product, intermediate products. These things will be justified. If you are from the production department, you have to involve in the production activities. You have, if you are a watchman, you have to maintain the security of the whole manufacturing plant. Okay, these things is justified by the GMP only. Before this GMP, in the pharmaceutical industry, this people used to work randomly. This quality production people will work in this they may work in this quality control department. This quality control people are involving in this quality assurance, means they are doing this mix marks type. Okay, and they are not working in this respective place. That's why this the final product what you obtained, okay, this may be differ. So lots of this batch failure also occur before this 1948. So lots of the money, lots of this means time also lost because people's their job is not justified. Okay, they're working anywhere. So this US FDA think that we have to introduce something, some new plan, so that people will work in a particular area. Okay, so people this equipment, how to use this equipment. Okay, how to do the, how to make the production, so that result won't verify. If you are if the for example, if the pharmaceutical company is making two batch of paracetamol. Okay, 650 dose, for example dolo 650 they are making. One batch is start from 9 o'clock and end in 11 o'clock. Okay, and second batch will start from 12 to 1. Okay, and this both batch, this first batch and second batch should have the same result, same strength, same dissolution rate, same disintegration rate of the paracetamol. But if they are following GMP only, this will be obtained. But if they are not following GMP, if they are working randomly, okay, if the first batch people are working nicely, everything in a proper manner, in a proper procedure, but if second batch people they are working randomly, quality person, quality assurance personnel are working in the production, production is working in the quality assurance, some mistakes will be there, na. That's why vary in the varies, it will vary the result. Okay, and the result won't be proper. After this 1948 GMP, after GMP was introduced by the USFD, and people, every personnel, every company should follow this GMP. Then only this FDA will give proper certification. And in India, drug and cosmetic app schedule, M will explain about this GMP. Okay, and same thing, it will revise in 1968. I think they revised the GMP, and in 1969 the WHO also accept this GMP. And after 1978, in 1978, this cGMP came. What is this difference between the cGMP and GMP? I have some questions. Okay. cGMP is means the same thing, that good manufacturing practices only, but it's using currently. Okay, I'll give you one example. In 1948, when GMP was introduced, okay, that time this maybe for example in quality control, if you want to do so analysis, maybe you are using this titration process, okay. But now everything is advanced, okay, everything is advanced. So now you are using SPLC or advanced from the gas chromatography for the analysis. You are not using this titration. If you are using that same GMP, the result will vary because that is for old, okay, that is for old. Now tablet punching machine is also multi-station tablet punching machine. You can punch within a minute, you can punch around 100 to 200 tablet at a time. But that time within a minute you are punching only 4 5 10, highest is 10 punching at a time, okay. Manually you are punching like that. Punching machine are only available that time 1948. So by looking that this tablet punching machine, this titration types, these things they are looking in 1948 and they make this GMP. But now if you are following same procedures, same things, it will become so old, so you will not get result. You are not using this titration, you are not using this old types of punching machine, you are not using these types old types of the mixing. Else you in old time you are mixing the powder or making the granules with the hand only, and you are doing. But now you are using different types of this mixing devices, planetary mixers, the sigma mixer, rotatory blade mixer, many mixers are there now, advanced form of the mixer. So you are using these things. So if you are following same old this GMP, good manufacturing practices, you will not get proper result. So scientists think that some difference is there. So they thought that some difference is there, so they manufacture the cGMP, which means currently you are using what are the device based upon these things only. They are these things based upon these things only they made one guidelines, that is a GMP, current good manufacturing practice. So this is the difference between the cGMP and GMP, okay. Now cGMP is thus concerned with the production in quality control matters. Okay, this cGMP will works on both production and quality control matter. cGMP provides a complete guidelines on designing metals and product specification, testing methods, and reproducing method for same. Okay, cGMP, it will provide the complete guidelines. Okay, it is the guidelines only. It will provide the way, it will provide the path for designing the metals, how to design, and products specification. Product specification is nothing but means how much varieties you can have. For example, if you are making the tablet paracetamol of 80 mg, for this 80 mg you can your specification will become 80 plus or minus weight specification will become 80 plus minus 7.5 percentage. Okay, it can vary 87, it can be up to maximum 87.5, or it can become less than okay, it can become like that 64 means 74.5, like that it can become. But below these things, below this limit, if the weight of the tablet will come, it will be discarded. Okay, this things is the this specification and testing method, how you are using, and reproducing method for the same. Okay, the drug regulatory authority all over the world, that is the WHO, World Health Organization, MHRA, Ministry of Health and Regulatory Agency, that is the regulatory agency of the United Kingdom, Therapeutic Good Administration, that is the regulatory authority of Australia, and this MCC, South Africa, and US FDA, that is America, United States Food and Drug Administration, these things. Okay, provide the guidelines based on their requirements. Okay, now cGMP, activities of the cGMP. What is the activities? cGMP expert that all the people should be trained. cGMP will say that all the people should be trained in their respective field. If the person is working from this production area, he should have a proper training how to handle this raw metals, how to mix the materials, and how to punch the tablets. These things. So you should have the proper knowledge. Okay, and if each person is from the packaging, labeling and packaging department, he should have the which drugs is suitable in which packaging system, and they should have to use. Okay, these things they should have the proper knowledge, and they should be trained in these things. Okay, it provides the complete guidelines on requirements of the facilities and equipment, and it should provide the complete rules and rules guidelines in the thing, rules and regulation and requirements of facilities and equipment, for which equipment is required in the industry for the manufacturing of this drug. This things is given by the cGMP only. Okay, cGMP talks about how you should control the quality of the metals at every stage. How to control the quality. Okay, these things is explained the cGMP only. Before means in industry, first you are taking the raw materials, okay, from this any company, from this biopharmaceutical company. You are taking the raw materials for making the paracetamol, for example. You are taking the powder form, okay. These things you are taking from the biopharmaceutical company, and this after taking this, after you are receiving this powder form, first you will do quality control only. Then only you will go. If they will say okay, it is okay to make that tablet, then only you will go to this production department, and that is the first steps of the quality control. And after this mixing also, you will do once quality control, and okay, mixing is okay, then they will say, then if they will pass the quality control, they will say okay, then only it will go for the production. And then after punching also, they will take some tablets and they will do quality control. At each and every stage they will do quality control, okay. This is all the activities of the cGMP only. They will follow this, and under the cGMP only they will do these things, okay. It is also further talks about the quality production systems and then control, okay. And aims and objectives. What is the aims and objectives? It is very important. What is the aims of this cGMP? Why they develop cGMP? It gives a brief overview of the GMP laws and principle of GMP. Same thing. It gives the brief laws. Means of the GMP. Why GMP is needed? What is why the culture of GMP is developed by USFDA? What is the principle of GMP? These things only it will explain, because it's a part of GMP only. Okay, it is the advanced form of GMP only. Okay, discuss the implication of GMP on blood establishment, hospital blood bank. Okay, look at the link between GMP and BSQR. Okay, and discuss we need to comply with the GMP. We need to depend on the GMP. If you don't follow GMP, what will happen? These things also it will disclose. Okay, if you don't follow the GMP and if you make the tablet, what is the product? That is, if you don't follow the GMP, the loss of the money, loss of the time, loss of the culture, people won't have the satisfaction, the customer won't have satisfaction, means people won't have trust if you are not following this GMP, and if you are making randomly tablet, if people will die if you are not making proper tablet, because health is a very sensitive thing, okay. So these things will happen if you don't follow the GMP. These things only it will explain. It is the aim on objectives of this GMP is only to satisfy the people. Basic thing is to satisfy the people and to maintain the safety, efficacy of this medicine, okay. And to understand the fundamentals, benefits and key parts of the cGMP, okay. Basic requirements of the cGMP. The basic requirements of the cGMP is personnel, okay, and premises and industrial layout, sanitation and hygiene, water treatment system, validation and qualification, equipment, materials, okay, and documentation and self inspection, okay. These are the basic requirements of the cGMP, okay. Personnels. Personnels, what is the requirements of the personnels in the industry, in pharmaceutical industry? I'm talking about the pharmaceutical industry only, okay, not this other industry. The manufacturer should have adequate personnels with necessary qualification and practical experience, okay. This manufacturer, this company should have the persons who have the adequate knowledge and qualification. They can't take randomly for the production. They can't take this commerce people, okay, for making the medicines, okay. They don't know anything about the medicine. They can't take the CA in this production. If they don't know the basics, what is the pre-formulation, what is the tablet, how to do this dissolution, disintegration. If they don't know the basic things, they are from different department. They are from this commerce department, they are from this mathematics department, they won't take these types of personnel here, because in production they have to take the person who knows the basic things, who know about these medicines, who know about how to perform the dissolution, disintegration, friability, these things test. So they will take from the pharmacy background only, okay. And this academic qualification required in a various area of specialization. What is the basic academic qualification? Okay, production should have the B Pharma, M Pharma, or the PhD, okay, and PhD in pharmacy only, or PhD in chemistry also they will take sometimes. Nowadays they are taking PhD in chemistry, or bachelor in chemistry, or masters in chemistry. People are also involving in production department, because they also know the chemistry of the medicine, okay. And in quality control and quality area, B Pharma, M Pharma, and MSc in chemistry only, okay, in quality control and quality analysis. And store postgraduate in material management, who have done the postgraduate in material management, how to manage the materials, okay. What is the different way, or what is the techniques for the material management. These things will have the knowledge about these things. They only involved in this store, okay. Finance, in finance they will take the MBA person, chartered accountant, CA, MCom person. They won't take this pharmacy person in finance, because they don't know the basic math also, means they don't know how to perform these things also, okay. How to deal how to make the bills, how to make the records, what is the debt, what is this how to take the loan, what is the procedure. They don't know these things, so why to take them? So this GMP only provide this GMP, this cGMP only provide the justify the job in the company, okay, so that person can work in a particular field, okay. So this before this cGMP or GMP, people only the pharmacy or chemistry people are working in every department. In finance department also they are only working, in store, everything, everywhere, and they are only working, okay. But this cGMP only justify the job, and they only welcome this non pharmacy or non medical background person in the company, okay. So this will thank the this cGMP only, because this MBA chartered account people are also coming because of the GMP or cGMP only, okay. People in an orientation are main resources, and are more value and important than other sources like facilities, equipment, and materials. And a trained persons generally has a knowledge, skills, and attitude relevant to the job, and have appropriate had that to in an appropriate level. Involve the human performance of the job and working capacity, how much they can work, and up to what level they can work. Training also involved in that level also, okay. Smoking, drinking, chewing, food, drinking materials should not be permitted in manufacturing production area. These things you can't do in your college laboratory only. So these things you can't perform there, because production and manufacturing area, if you are doing like this, contamination will happen. So these things is not in these things are strictly prohibited in this area, okay. And what are the policies, and this is the very important, what is the policy of this GMP, okay. Personal hygiene requirement, okay. Personal hygiene is very important. All personnel working in the production area are expected to maintain high degree of personal cleanliness, and they should following rules will be applied for them, okay. And they should be neat and clean. If they are like the dirty, if they are wearing this torn clothes, okay, if they are if they are like that, their hair is not cut, their beard is not cut, like that, simply they come in the industry, the contamination will happen because of them only, okay. So they should maintain a high degree of not only personal cleanliness, they should maintain the high degree of personal cleanliness, okay. Like that, they should keep the nail clean and trimmed, okay. And nail polish is not permitted in the production area, because this nail polish may means contaminate in this powder while doing this mixing, okay. If you are using nail polish, so these things may happen. And hair should be trimmed, and a protective hair net should be used while you are doing the production in the production area, okay. Men should men with beard and mustache must cover them fully, or with a beard net, or they should must cut the beard or mustache only, okay. Jewelry, all jewelry including watch should be removed while entering the plants. They should remove the jewelry, because in while using this machinery things, okay, while using this production machineries, this punching machine, these things, they may cause some problem while operating these things, okay. So you must remove these things. And this is not only to protect our product from contamination, but also to protect you from the injury, as I already told you. This is not for the contamination only, because if you are using this jewelry, these things, okay, they make stock in these machines, and they may cause problem to you, they may cause injury to you. So you should avoid these things while doing the production. You can keep in your bag, okay, and you can put outside after finishing every work. No need to put these things inside the production company, okay. And hand, you must wash the hand with the soap and water located at each hand washing station. You should wash the hand frequently, okay. If you touch the nose, if you touch any dirty surface area, you must wash your hand in the while doing this production, okay. And when start working, after break time, lunch time, every time you have to wash the hand. After you blow your nose, every time you have to wash the hand, okay. Protective clothing, and the protective clothing provided must be changed daily and when necessary throughout the day, okay. This protective clothing you must change whenever necessary, and you have to use this protective like this that is PP. In this corona time also, this most of the doctor and nurse they used to use, no, the same thing, same cloth only they have to use, okay, while doing the production also. And this in corona period also, doctor and nurse use this protective clothing like PP, personal protective equipment, they used to say na PP. Same thing you have to use in corona time also, they use because get infected with this virus, and they don't want to transmit. So doctor and nurse while working with the corona patient, they use this PP, okay. Like this only in company, in pharmaceutical industry also, you have to use this PP, so that you can avoid this contamination, okay. And all laundering must be placed in the laundry respectable respectacles provided. No soiled or dirty laundry is to be left in the production area. Okay. You cannot carry personal items such as the phone, knives, cell phones, or other small articles in a uniform pocket. You can't take these things. Okay. Same thing. You can't take this pen, knives, cell phones. You have to put outside only. Before going this production area, you have to keep these things in your bag, and you have to keep in your locker only. Okay. Same thing. If you have already visited the industry, you may know these things. Okay. This is the basic things while doing. While going to the industry while visiting industry also, you can't take these things. Okay. Gloves. Six number is gloves. Wash hand before putting on your pair of gloves. Okay. And before putting the gloves, you must wash your hand. Okay. And change gloves at every break. You have to change the gloves at every break. After working for 4 to 5 hours in the production area, you must change, because it may contaminate. So you can change the gloves simply. Okay. When gloves will turn, you can't means you can't just manage. You can't just manipulate these things. You have to change the gloves. Okay. After touching the garbage and after touching your face or blowing nose, you must change these things. Extra gloves are not to be carried in the pocket or work clothes. You can't carry the gloves and you can change like that. It is there in gloves in some place. This company person will only keep these gloves in some places only. Okay. If you have any problem in the gloves, if gloves is turned, or if you want to change the gloves, just you go there and ask gloves, or you can take from there only and you can change. No need to carry the gloves in your pocket, because if you carry like this only, some contamination or something will happen while doing, because you are roaming here and there while doing production. You have to can't sit on a place. You have to go there, here, like this. You have to go. That's why contamination will means spread if you carry these things like that. So all the gloves must be disposed in the garbage. Can provide it after changing these gloves. You can't throw simply like that. You have to dispose in the garbage only. Okay. Hygiene and handling of the precautions you may take to prevent the contamination of the products you are working with. The precautions are listed below. Conduct any behavior that could result in the contamination of products is prohibited. Any behavior like the chewing, drinking, okay, in production area, smoking, spitting, coughing, sneezing, these things will be prohibited, because this will automatically contaminate the product if you're doing these things regularly, frequently in the production area. Okay. And you must block your shoulder or upper arm also, because this shoulder and upper arm, this is a main area in the human body which may transmit the contamination. So many bacteria are there in this part, so you must cover these things. Okay. And hands, same thing as I already told. You have to wash your hand with soap. Okay. In a running water only. You have to wash just in that this damp water. You can't put your hand and you can take out like that. You can do just in running water in a tap only. You can do. You can wash your hand. Refrain from touching your nose or face if you do wash your hand. Okay. Wash your hand after removing the gloves. And these things, same thing is explained here only. Okay. Product contact surface. Do not place cardboard on the product contact surface. And they have been handled many times and have set in on a sanitary environment, making them a potential source of bacteria and physical contamination. Floors. Do not let clean utensils or equipment on your hand touch the floors unless proper cleaning and sanitizing procedures has been performed. Okay. You can't leave your equipment. You are if handling, for example, you are using the harness, Pfizer harness tester for testing the hardness of the tablet. Okay. You can simply keep that equipment in the floor only, because it may it may transmit the contaminated the medicines only. It may transmit the contaminated the powder of drugs only. Okay. Because you are using that none, so you can't just simply put this equipment down in the floor, because in floor you are working there only. Okay. So many bacteria will be there. Although pharmaceutical industry are clean only, they are disinfecting the floor also in at least 2 times or 3 times in a day. They are using disinfectant in the floor also. But also maybe because floor is the place where you are working only. Okay. So you can't keep this equipment simply in this floor. Okay. So do not let the product or packaging metals touch the floor. If the products make the contact with the floor, it may be dimmed incredibles and placed in the garbage bins. And Do not place the card box and baggage on the floor. Keep them screen stands and packaging tables. Okay, there are tables stands are there in the pharmaceutical industry, in the production area, everywhere, in the quality control area also, in quality assurance area also, everywhere these stands and tables will be available. So you can keep there. No need to put in the floor. Just you are putting your bag in floor, not simply in laboratory. Just like that, you can't put there because pharmaceutical production area is a very sensitive area, and raw material, this quality control, these things are also very sensitive. Okay, and illness and injury, if you are suffering from any illness, you must report the situation to the production manager or supervisor or quality assurance designated immediately. Okay, if you are having any illness, if you have a common cold, or if you are having any communicable, mostly the communicable disease or a non-communicable disease also, if you have any, you have to first report to the production manager or supervisor, okay, or the quality assurance designate immediately, so that they will check your health firstly. Okay, they won't allow you directly to go. If it is okay, if the doctor will confirm that, oh, he don't have any this bacteria or virus, simply is a disorder only, so he will allow, maybe he will allow. If you have these types of the virus bacteria inside you, while sneezing you may transmit this virus or bacteria in the medicine only. Okay, so it may be contaminated, and if it is contaminated, they have to discard the whole batch only. So there may be loss of the money. Okay, so because of you only whole crores and crores rupees will be lost by the company only. So you must report this illness or injury condition before you are going to the production area. Okay, the production manager, supervisor, or quality assurance designator will assist its situation. Okay, you must comply with the following rules. All cuts, sores, scratches or wound must be covered with a waterproof covering, such as blue band aids, which is frame this record. These things should be covered with the band aids, or this open area where you got injury. Okay, these things should be covered. Okay, the microorganism from an infected cuts are easily transferred to the productive handle. Okay, gloves. One second. Gloves must be worn on the top of the band-aid or bandage. Okay, there must be no coughing or sneezing freely in the production area. If you block a sneeze or a cough with your hand, immediately dispose of gloves. Then wash and sanitize your hand. If you are suffering from or are carried of an infectious illness, you must notify your supervision immediately. Same thing you will do. Okay, cross contamination. 4 number, protective clothing, hairnets. As I already said, you should use the PPE. Okay, hairnets to prevent this. To prevent your hair falling in these drugs. Okay, these things will prevent using the hairnets. And this housekeeping you can do. Garbage must be emptied on the regular basis to prevent the overflowing. Okay, garbage must be means in your home also you are giving this garbage daily to this garbage man, they are coming daily in our home also. Okay, but we are not keeping this garbage inside home for 1 week 2 week. Okay, we're just emptying this garbage in our home only, but in industry also you have to do the same thing. This industry garbage are like this packaging materials, these things, raw materials, unused waste products. These things are only the industrial garbage only. You have to this, you have to empty. If you are putting there only, then these things only contaminate the other products only. Okay, that's why you have to empty this unnecessary garbage. Okay, the floor must be free from the trash, broken pallets, spilled products. Okay, other products must be removed from the area if your weight is required during the breaks. Pallets and plastic crates must be neatly stacked and must be lifted up against the wall. These things you have to do. Limit access to traffic airflow. This airflow is very important. The ventilation systems, this HEPA filter, these things must be fitted in this industry. Okay, this HEPA filter is high efficiency particulate air filter. These things must be used in this industry to for the airflow in this industry. Okay, all door must be closed, but ventilation, this air supply should be there, so that this air filter should be used while supplying there, because bacteria is traveling in this air. That's why you have to use the air filter while passing the air. Okay, in the this production area or quality control, quality assurance, any area in the industry. Okay, tools and equipment. Squeezes. Use squeezes to remove the water from the floors. Okay, never use squeezes to remove the water from the food contact surface. Okay, racks, Racks are not permitted. Racks harbor bacteria in the cloth materials, and over a short period of times can multiply and contamination can occur. Okay, disposable paper or j cloth are the only tools allowed to clean the contact surface. Facilities like washroom, change rooms will be there. Okay, for changing your clothes. Okay, and this lunch rooms also should be there, so that you can eat lunch there only, and you can keep this production area, quality control, quality assurance area clean. And then access entire building, building should have designated staff in trains and proceed to wash the hand wash exit is exact reserve reverse of the entrance products and chemicals. Only the authorized person can can go to the chemicals area. Okay, yeah, no anyone can visit, like the visitor cannot can't visit simply in the chemical area. So only the authorized and access person should have access to visit this chemical area. Okay. mm, these things. Okay, and this layout of building I will explain in another bit.